You guys, I'm freaking out. Okay, guys, for those of you who know me, like, are friends of mine, acquaintances, know me at all, you know my song and video dive. I officially posted like the official pre-save link and first little teaser. Guys, I've had this song done for a year and a half. I've had the video done for a year and 3 months. It's actually crazy how long I've held on to this. I kind of want to take you through why I held on to it, the original reason why I held on to it, and now being on the other side and being here, going for it, releasing it, the real reason why I think I held on to it. If you don't know me, my name is Ava Marie. I'm an independent artist based in Los Angeles. I'm also a model signed with Wilhelmina and an actress signed with CESD. I'm a dancer and a creative director as well. Dance was my first love, honestly. I grew up in upstate New York, and I feel like everybody, if you had a daughter, you're putting her in competition dance. That was like the standard to grow up there. And at an early age, I switched over from competition dance into heavy ballet training. And then I was a professional training dancer, so I was basically kind of an understudy for their actual ballet company. It was very intense. Fast forward, I live in LA now, and I'm an artist. I'm a singer-songwriter. I have gone through a lot to get to where I'm at, but basically I have found myself and my voice in pop music and how I can incorporate my love of dance and my training in dance into that in a way that feels right to me. And with this single dive, I'm doing exactly that. The song was created in, I want to say, October of 2023. And it made me look outside of myself. Like, have you ever had those moments in life where you are able to step outside of the given situation you're in and have literally a bird's eye view perspective of your life? Well, that is what happened to me. I already knew I was gonna go in a bigger pop direction. I was like, I want to make stadium music. That is what I want, because I'm going to be a stadium touring artist, and that is that. Like, I want big, lively energy. I wrote this song with my friend. We had connected a while back for a different random session, and I think he had just gotten back into town or something. And I was like, yo, pull up, like, I'm sessioning with this new producer I've been working with, like, he's really dope. So the guy who produced Dive is more so known for songwriting, so I just started kind of doing production full time, and we birthed this crazy song, and it's just so good. You guys, you don't understand, like, it still hits me the same as it did a year and a half ago, where it gives me this like empowering, energetic feeling that I can literally conquer anything. And there is something that happened to me on that music video shoot day, and that is the power of music and the power of just being an artist. I feel like so many people tried to steer me in a path that just did not resonate with me as an artist, just because of how I act or how I dress at a coffee shop. Beyonce wears sweatpants at her rehearsal. Like, she's not in full glam. Like, she's not going to be wearing what she wears on stage at a coffee place. And I feel like so many people were trying to put me in this box of like dressing down or being more indie artist vibe. And I'm like, just because you're an independent artist and I don't have like parents who are in the industry and I have zero connects in the industry doesn't mean my content has to look cheap. I am so grateful that I'm even able to live in Los Angeles and I'm able to find people that are amazing at what they do, and they're hungry and they see the vision in me in the song. And that's exactly what happened with Dive. So fast forward, the song was written October 2023. Then I get booked on a Fabletics shoot through my Wilhelmina modeling agency, and I meet the movement director there for that shoot, and we were just talking during our lunch break, and basically she was telling me how she wants to get more into directing. And I was like, well, no way, like, I'm an artist, I have so many music video ideas, like, it would be dope to just like run some concepts by you, let's grab coffee, whatever. I'll never forget it. I believe it was January 5th. We met at this coffee shop, January 5th, like 2024. We met at a coffee shop. I seamlessly just brought up my song Dive, told her I want it to be like the siren-esque vibe. And at that point, I had already talked to the choreographer because I already knew I wanted to have choreography, and he's a good friend of mine and he's incredible. Like, the choreography to be powerful and push me, and I knew he was definitely going to be able to pull that out of me. I already had the choreographer on board, right? And then I told her about that, and she is in the dance world. And so she already knew of him and was like, yo, this would be really dope. I would love to be a part of this project, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, we're shooting in 2 weeks. It's actually crazy. The director brought on so much value. I literally will never be able to thank her enough. All the extras you're gonna see in the video, most of them were her people, and some of them were obviously mine as well, which just also most of the crew. Like, well, her friend started a production company and they are also in the dance community, and I feel like it's really helpful when you have a director who understands dance, whether there's dance or not in the video, to be honest, because I think it just really helps with movement and camera angling and direction. But obviously there actually is dance in my video. There's so much more I can say, but basically when it comes to me and visuals, one thing about me, I'm going to give a visual. Whether I'm an independent artist or not, it's like I see myself as a huge artist because that's what I am. That is the music I make. Everything has a concept and a vision, and I am fully embodying that, and that is how I produce my best work. And like I said, I'm so grateful I find the right people who can execute that. But I'm not even finished doing my makeup, but I need to get better at like talking while I'm actually doing it, because I always love the girls who do that. But anyways, we filmed it all end of January. Then we edited it in February. I pitched it to a bunch of people all throughout the year, and they all had the same reaction. These are like A&Rs or just like big producers in the industry who have connects, who could make calls for me, blah, blah, blah. Because I originally wanted a single deal, or I wanted something where I could have money to market this because it's too good to not be seen by the world. And that's still how I feel. And the perspective switch happened honestly probably a month or a month and a half ago after the LA fires. I'm gonna save that for part 2. Okay, so perspective change, part 2. The song honestly was telling me this all along, but no one can tell you how to live your life. No one can tell you what next steps to do. You have to do it. You have to feel it in your heart of hearts. Last year, I was super frustrated about the industry. I just felt like the only people who get quote unquote ahead either have parents in the industry or parents who knew people in the industry that were able to pull strings from them, because whoever walks you into the room needs to be respected by that person, right? So if they like bring you in and they are already close and they respect each other's opinion stuff, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to just sign the person they're bringing in because they trust that person. I feel like I didn't have that. I feel like I'm out here. I'm a small town girl. I'm from upstate New York, and I came out to LA for college. I stayed out here, and I also, went through many different forms of my artistry. At one point, I thought acting was going to be more of the main umbrella, but music quickly took over. And so many people I met in this industry that did not have my best intentions, and it's so hard to see through the ones that do have credibility to an extent. Like, I was meeting people who like weren't fully lying about who they are, who they work with, or what they do. It's like the people that obviously like that they're bullshitting you. It's like, well, obviously I'm not working with you. But there's so many people in this like middle ground area that it's really hard to figure out if they're just kind of trying to test you or just like build the relationship a little bit more before they do things with you, or they really like, yeah, they have the connect, but it's not as close as you think. Everyone's kind of lying, trying to make themselves look a certain way, right? I was sending my one sheet out of the private link to this music video for literally a year, and the same thing happened over and over again. Everyone was like, wow, like this is amazing. The fact that you accomplished something like this as an independent artist is insane. And I'm like, yeah, so what are we doing? And they just never did anything with it, or they like, so many weird things happen, but very odd. Or deep down, I feel like they knew it was so good and they really didn't want to help me. And that's unfortunate, and it is what it is. I feel like I was blinded by a lot of people There was a person I was working with at the time that definitely did not have my best interest and made me feel so anxious all the time. And like now, being at the perspective I'm at, I'm like, oh, looking back, I'm like, that was a no-brainer. Like, why didn't I let go of them so much earlier? But you know, you live and you learn, and this industry will try to make you overthink your whole entire existence of how you should do something, what you should wear, how you should do it, who you should talk to, this, da, 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 da. It's like, and most of the time, probably 99.9% of the time, those people have actually no idea, and they're just saying whatever. Maybe it's because that's what they were told, and so they're just relaying the message because they think that's what it is, but it's not. It's not what it is at all. The perspective change I really had was when I talked to my friend. I already was kind of on the wave of this mindset. I can't rely on anybody but myself, and I have to bet on myself in order for anyone else to bet on me. And by releasing this video with no label behind me, with no marketing budget support, is me betting on myself, because I believe so deeply in my artistry and how it is shown and executed in this song, in this video. I don't have fear anymore of it not doing what it needs to do and not blah, 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 because I know it will, and it already has. And I always told people when I finished this song is going to change my life and it's going to blow up. And I still feel that way. And it already has, though, in my heart of hearts and in my mind. It has already changed my life. The way I look at myself, the way I see myself in this video, that is how I've dreamt of myself since I was a little girl on the playground dreaming of being a pop star. I dressed up as Britney Spears for Halloween. It's always been there, so clear and so vivid, and I see it of me standing on stage in my body looking out at the audience, and there's just cell phones and lights, and it's crazy, and I feel it and I see it, and I embodied that superstar in this video. And it's originally was written because of a relationship, I'd say, where the guy was timid or like cared more about his friend's opinion and was swayed easy. And I was like, I'll hear it in the hook, but it's like, don't let nothing cloud your vision. Like, focus on me. I'm right here. You know, this is amazing. But then when I sat with the song for a year, and after all the trials and tribulations, I realized I'm talking to myself about my career and my life choices. I need to tune out all these people who kept giving me advice, and it's all opinion. And that's not saying they're wrong or right, but it's like, if it didn't feel right to me, I didn't need to listen to them. And we are all students till the day we die. Like, I'm going to be a student and learn and grow and evolve till the day I die, but not everybody is a teacher. And I was listening to so many people that are not teachers, and they weren't supposed to be people that I was listening to. I'm such a type A and a perfectionist and all this stuff, and the main message of Dive is to dive in, go all the way, go for it. Nothing is ever the perfect time, the perfect thing, the perfect situation. You have to just go for it. You move out of love or fear, and I was moving subconsciously out of fear last year because all these people were saying, this is too big of a video, like you can't release it unless you have this, this, and this lined up. Says who? Life is so ever-changing. Anything can happen and is possible. I can release this song myself and it blow up, because it will. And that is how I feel. And this song is so empowering. Like, so many people who knew me and know me were like, this is like the best thing you've ever done, blah, blah, blah. And subconsciously, I was like putting in my head like, oh my God, I'm never gonna make something this good again. Like, it's never gonna be this, like, this is it. Like, when am I gonna have this, and this to do even a video like this again? Like, blah, blah, blah. There's only so many times people can do favors for me, and like, I need more budget and da, da, da. It's like, I've proven to myself, even though I don't need to do that. That's like also the point. Like, confidence is about knowing yourself, not proving yourself. And I have already made so much more music from when this song was ignited and generated for the first time and created to now, that I feel deeply as passionate about. And I feel like my writing has gotten 10 times better since this song. Like, I have other songs just as big, if not bigger, to release after this. And I had to get to that point, though. Like, I had to get to a point where it's like, I'm gonna make better songs again. I'm gonna make amazing songs again. And this is one of them that I love so deeply. But no one's gonna know about it unless I release it. And I have to get it out there, because that is my job as an artist. And I had to come to the fruition of all of that. And to my point, I am already the thing. I am already the big artist. I'm already the superstar. And this song embodies it. And I had to get to that point. And basically, I feel like this video, this song showed me how good it can get and showed me how big I can be. And I had to catch up mentally. And that is why I feel like the real reason was for holding on to it. I had to get it to a place of silencing all the noise and all the people around me and truly doing what the song is saying. And I have to dive in. I have to go all the way. It is me. It is no one else. No one else is tied to my destiny except me. And that is the story. My new single, Dive, out April 8th. I'm so excited for you guys to see it.